Guys, this is the Avenger 160 Street. This is a BS6 model, and well, this is a real awesome red color models and console. So we'll talk about the design. So this is a real iconic design of this motorcycle, and this is a timeless design, really, because even though it's pretty old, it looks really nice. So this has got an LED and a halogen. The LED one is the DRL, and circular tail lights, and we also have an LED tail light here, alloy wheels, and obviously this is the ABS ring right there. This is a very nice motorcycle, gonna be as flashy as the its elder sibling, which is the 220 Cruise. So rest we'll talk while riding. So guys, I'm riding the Avenger 160. I really like this, guys. Okay. First of all, let me tell you about the cockpit view, which I usually comment on motorcycles. I really like this view, guys. I mean, earlier I didn't used to quite like this dual dial setup, but now I think it has grown on me, and I like this, guys, now. And speaking of which, I think even the handlebar feels quite optimally placed. It feels quite comfortably placed, guys. It's not too high, and the clutch brake feel is quite nice. So this has got a single channel ABS, which means that ABS is only functional on the front wheel. And as you might have seen, that yeah, the braking is quite nice and feels adequate. The engine note is quite nice, I would say. I wasn't expecting this good engine note, but yeah, it is. And this 160cc engine produces 15 bhp, which is quite enough, and 13 newton meter of torque. But the main characteristic of this engine would be its low end grunt, guys. This feels absolutely nice. So this thing has just completed like 75 kilometers only, so this is a pretty new motorcycle, and it's really nice. This bike, so it feels quite nice. I mean, the space, obviously the legroom is quite ample, and this wouldn't just have some frills with it. I mean, like this doesn't have average fuel economy, a gear shift indicator, an RPM meter or tachometer. Sorry, this is a pretty back to basic motorcycle, but I mean, you never need it. This bike is so perfectly geared, and this is obviously, this bike is a cruiser chassis, so highway stability is gonna be, well, good, really. And the suspension feels really comfortable, guys. So we're now talking about some negatives of this motorcycle. There are a few, I would say. Told you, I'll obviously tell about the positives later on. The first negative would be its turning radius, which is going to be a bit more than your regular motorcycles. That's the fact due to its longer wheelbase. So, Now the latest, its elder sibling, the 220, it gets a fully digital setup, and well, some people like that, but for someone like me, I think this just does the job quite right. I mean, I think basic information is pretty similar on both of these displays. So, now coming back to the negatives. So, yeah, first negative I told you guys, which is the wheelbase. The second negative will be its top end power, which is slightly lacking. I didn't push it quite hard, but yeah, I know that just by seeing its power and top figures. The key placement is kind of weird. It is like near my leg, so if you put like a heavy or a sharp keychain, it might just start pinching you in your leg. The next thing would be these switchgear. I don't think that they are of a premium quality. At least that's what I have felt. They are kind of small and really flimsy feeling. So they use this switches on some price cut commuters as well. So I don't fancy that. Otherwise, the quality is pretty nice, to be honest. I mean, yeah, you have also got a hinged fuel cap, which I absolutely love. And well, the weight is 150 kgs. It's pretty damn stable in a straight line. And obviously, I mean, this is a cruiser essentially, and the chassis is just so nice, and it's really supple in a lot of ways. This really feels quite comfortable. I mean, round town and doing your daily duties on this bike, yeah, you would have a few issues because of the long wheelbase. Yeah, this is pretty comfortable to do that. Congested area if you're living, I mean, this thing would make for a great round town city motorcycle. Yeah, I'm in 5th gear now at 40 kilometers an hour, perfectly smooth. It will be a bit difficult to manage around parking lots, and this thing doesn't feel that heavy, honestly. So yeah, it has a weight advantage over its much heavier siblings, and the torque is quite decent as well. Quite nice and comfortable position, and nice comfy seat to be in as well. Seat cushioning is absolutely spot on, and yeah, you would be pretty happy with this motorcycle. And this thing has got pretty good punch to take it on long rides as well. So it's a pretty nice all-rounder, I must say. I think this actually gives a pretty good fuel economy as well. So fuel economy is good. The pricing feels decent enough, and there are a host of aftermarket accessories for this motorcycle. You can buy panniers, you can buy windscreens. Some people also put speakers on this thing. So it's pretty impressive, the range of accessories which you get to choose on this motorcycle. So guys, there you have it, the Avenger 160 Street. I think it's better than the 180 Street, and obviously it's more powerful than the 150 Street. It's quite earlier sibling. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video if you haven't, guys. Thank you for watching.